saw a baby born on the slopes of Dragon Mount. That baby was something impossible.
Ooh, bacon.
Hello there, my delicious bacon bits. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm about to get into episode 7 of the first season of Wheel of Time. This one is entitled The Dark Along the Ways. That's a very exciting title. When they went through the ways in the book, that was some very interesting stuff for me. So I'm really excited to see how they portray the major events that happened during that journey. And to see what they remix, how they change a few things, because I'm sure they will change some things just for time's sake. Most of the changes so far in the series, that seems to be what they've been made for. It's just to bring things more in line with the 8 hours they have available to them for this season, and to still touch on the major character beats and narrative moments that are important for where we're ultimately going. So it's been fun for me to see those changes just from a craft point of view when you write yourself, to see how someone else tackles a narrative problem like adapting a story, because there's so many issues involved with doing that. So yeah, but this series is quickly becoming one of my favorite times of the week. I really look forward to Friday morning when I can watch a new episode of The Wheel of Time. And it's kind of making me sad a little bit that we only have one episode to go after this one. I am going to be reacting as well to the additional materials they released, like the lore animations and things like that, because I'm curious to see how those ended up too. I will post those here, obviously, when I do. It looks like, from what I've seen so far, that they're varying length, so I guess the longer ones will get their own individual reaction videos, but if there are real short ones, I think I saw, I might combine those together, but I'll figure all that out later. As always, do please use spoiler tags and spaces if you guys who have read the books want to discuss something, you know, that hasn't been shown on the show yet that's coming from the books. And also be mindful of the fact that I have not read past Fires of Heaven, so please be kind to me and try not to spoil the events from Lord of Chaos and onward. I will be getting back into the books as soon as I can, as soon as I can make a little time in my schedule to do so. Per several recommendations, I will be going to New Spring next, which is a prequel novel, and then going to Lord of Chaos and moving forward. At the rate I tend to read, I probably, once I get started, that will probably be able to finish the rest of the series in about a week and a half. Maybe 2 weeks. I will probably update you guys. I don't know whether I'll do it just in group posts, because I've actually finally gotten that handed to me by YouTube, where I can make actual posts and polls and things, or if I'm going to make videos talking about my feelings about the later books. Let me know what you guys would actually prefer, if you have a preference for that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into it and find out what's going on in the way. Oh my god, I didn't expect us to start with this. Oh, that is beautiful. Holy shit. So, book readers who were concerned that they had changed the identity of the dragon, clearly they have not. Man, I tell you, those Maidens of the Spear are no joke. Damn, baby. She's in labor and she's wrecking people's shit. That's phenomenal. Wow. I like that there not cutting any more than absolutely necessary in this fight. I harp on this every time I see it in any show, but if you're ever impaled with an object, guys, don't pull it out. You're just gonna die. But of course, it's not like she really has an option. Wow, we're really going all in on this scene. Yep. I don't think the books gave us anything about, like, actually the scene itself, you know what I mean? Like, we were kind of just told in a very short, matter-of-fact way, or maybe in a sort of a poetic way, but not really viscerally like this, what happened there. Non-readers, did you did you figure out who that was at the end there? Holding the sword on her? Should have all the puzzle pieces you need now. And she went down exactly the way I would have expected one of her people to go down. The Maidens of the Spear are amazing, and that scene was a great introduction to them. And a lovely bit of lore. Book purists, you don't know what you're missing out on if you guys have already quit this show, man. You need to come back and give it another try, I'm telling you. It's a shame that they had to improvise that. Again. Because of,
we are not leaving without him. He made his
Barney
choice.
Harris leaving.
Did he? Or did you make it for him?
You know the darkness in him. You know it better than anyone. Do you really think he's ready for what lies ahead?
Of course he is.
Oh, man.
We've already wasted too much time.
Such a good guy, loyal to his friends to the end.
We can't just leave him.
We didn't leave him. He left us.
You don't actually believe that, do you?
Wow, this is a great example of taking lemons and making lemonade. They made very good use of Barney Harris's leaving in a way that was appropriate.
This is all over.
For every character,
We'll find him.
including Matt.
I promise you.
That's well done. I don't care what anybody says at this point. This show's got a pretty good, solid team of writers. Because nothing will test a writing team harder than the sudden loss of a main character.
What if it's him?
Then I can't let him within 100 leagues of the Dark One. I already know what choice he'd make. And the one thing that we cannot afford is for the dragon to turn to the shadow.
So, a little bit of theory time while they're showing all these nice visuals that will not spoil anybody. I personally have the theory that the dragon is the creator. And it's a sort of like incarnation kind of thing, where it made this universe and then decided it would take part in it by being part of it.
To think that fruit trees once thrived on every island, but now one wrong step and you plummet into a void which knows no end, or worse.
There's something worse than falling into a bottomless pit.
Oh yes, certainly. I can think of at least.
It's all right, Leo. We understand.
Never stop that running gag of people cutting off Loyal when he's trying to drop lore. That's hilarious. I'd let him talk.
I owe Moiraine 3 silvers.
I love lore.
You were scowling. I bet I'm pouting.
Nah, you do.
Matt is safer there than he is here. I can promise you that.
Because
Wait.
he knows Moiraine would probably
something
end
up
up
there.
killing him. Nice bit of acting on behalf of Rosamund Pike, since she can't readily use
It's one of the
magic
guiding
right
stars,
now.
but
She's afraid.
patience.
If he's asking for patience, then we're gonna die.
We'll rest here while Loyal works out the correct path. It's a day's journey at least to reach our waygate soon.
I like
Take
what
some
Rand
comfort,
just
Molly.
said. If he's asking for patience, we're going to be a while.
Did you see that? I don't know.
Old habits die hard. I'm Karen not having anybody anymore. It's only slightly brighter than I imagined the ways. Uh-oh. I hear whistling.
Man,
Whistly fucker.
did you?
What is it?
Whoops. Interesting. I can't get into it, obviously, because it'd probably be spoilerific. But I had some theories about what Machin Shin really is, and the way they're depicting it makes me think that I might be right.
You wanted Layla dead, out of the world. That's why you killed her, because you
Loved another woman more than your wife.
You can't protect her.
You'll watch her die. You can't.
So you may by now have figured out, guys, that anger is the key to Nynaeve. When she's angry, she suddenly becomes very strong. Oh, they're all channeling. Oh, this is cool. Let's see what a group of them can do.
Quickly now!
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Risk burning yourself out. That's always a danger for channelers. If they pull, well, they've already talked about it, but if they pull on the one power too much, they can
Well done.
burn out the part of
All of you.
themselves that can touch it. No. It's all right to be afraid, Rand.
Whatever it was you heard in the wind, put it out of your minds.
That looked like a rather interesting gap. Hey, wait, is that Tinker Wagons?
How long has it been since you last walked through this gate?
Loyal is very observant and insightful.
Aisha, welcome home. You bloody great bastard.
What's up there, Uno? I love what they're doing with the mixtures of different armor styles. And the costuming. Non-book readers, what do you think of the hodgepodge of styles that you see everywhere? What does that tell you about this world?
The Dark One has begun to use the ways to move his armies. Now, while it behooves you to guard the gap, as your family has always done, it might be prudent to have a group of men wall up the Faldaran Waygate as well.
Nah. Looks like they're a little too late. There's only so much I can say, but
Your chambers are this way. A room fit for
the
an
fact that
Aes Sedai.
he's there
While I'm
raises
here,
some
I thought
questions.
I might pay Min a visit. I presume she still resides
Min!
in the city. What's gotten into you?
I could have sworn I just saw Maiden Fane walk past us.
That's because you did.
Perrin. Padden Fane's dead.
There's some judicious reuse of sets in the show. They're very economical.
It's quite invasive, this. Do they know what I am?
No, no one does, thanks to the Aes Sedai. I mean, if we revealed what you were, you'd be hounded every minute of the day. Or worse.
Interesting remixes. Note the tattoos.
The one on the left has yellow eyes, blood running down his chin. And the redhead is rocking a baby.
And the girls?
White flame. And a ring of gold.
I don't want you to die. Any of you. But whichever of you goes to the Eye of the World and is not the dragon, you will die there. Ground to dust between two forces of nature.
Well, which one of us is it?
She doesn't know.
He literally just told you she doesn't know.
And so tomorrow I will take all of you to the Eye, knowing that 3 of you will not return.
Powerful as you are, I don't think you can drag the 4 of us there against our will.
Running,
pretty sure she could.
hiding, won't save you from the weaving of the pattern. Make your decisions tonight, then. We leave at dawn.
She'll force us if she wants to.
Let her try.
You're very strong, but she knows shielding, and she can shield you. So
We left the 2 rivers,
basically
protect
block
the
her
people
off
we
from the
love.
power.
and that's what we're still doing. No matter the cost.
Says Moraine. You take everything she says as fact. This entire prophecy. The dragon reborn being one of us. We only believe it because she told us it's true.
She can't lie.
That doesn't mean she can't mislead.
And it
You
also
think she's
doesn't
allowed
mean
to
she
drink
can't
it,
be
the rest of us will
wrong.
die there.
And even if she thinks she's telling the truth, she could be wrong.
If Moraine wasn't a part of this, you wouldn't think twice. You'd do it.
Facts, Nynaeve. Facts.
Don't let your pride stop you from doing what you know is right.
Call back to what happened with Matt. Her pride got in the way.
We've lost too many people already. I can't lose anyone else in this room.
What if it is Matt?
He probably went back to Tarvalon for that bloody stolen
You
dagger.
don't know anything
He
about that!
left us!
Well, I guess you're the expert on that, aren't you?
What is that supposed to mean?
You're the only one who's ever really loved me.
Don't speak to her like that!
Stop it!
Excuse me? You owe her an apology. For what? The truth?
Stop! Just stop! I am so tired of you two fighting over her like she's something you can win.
What did you just say?
Sometimes it takes someone outside of you to point something out that you weren't even really aware of. I bet you Perrin wasn't really truly aware of it.
This has been right in front of me this whole time.
Oh, and of course Rand's gonna think
The day you
it's
proposed to Layla, that
deeper
was the
than it
day
was.
Wayne and I got together.
The only woman I've ever loved was my wife.
No, you can love more than one
I
person.
didn't mean to.
Just
I don't know why people, I don't know, people get so weird about it. I love plenty of people that I'm not married to, that I would never be married to, that I would never be in a relationship with even. Still love them.
You've given them a semblance of a choice. That's all they need.
Sounds like some Matrix stuff.
I like her, you know. The wisdom.
I always like that irony. Because Nynaeve, like, freaking hates her so much. But Maureen never actually disliked her. She's just annoyed by her a little bit, sure. But the vitriol in that relationship is definitely one-sided. Stalk much, Nynaeve?
Thank you so much.
I can hear the people complaining right now because Lan cracked a smile. I've known a lot of stoic, even battle-hardened people, and yeah, they may not smile as much as a lot of us do, but they do freaking smile, people. They joke, they have fun, just not as much as
you could rightly call this tracking.
No, this is stalking.
Everyone, this is Nynaeve. Nynaeve, this is everyone.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude.
Please, sit.
Oh, they tricked us. That was... Wait a minute. I'm confused now. Were they shooting this other person?
No, I said I. But something to eat would be
in a
lovely.
way that
Thank
made
you.
me think it was Lan?
She is beautiful.
I hadn't noticed.
Here, Jar, let Nynaeve sit down.
This smells delicious.
Okay, no, they didn't. They just didn't show us the moment where he managed to sneak back out.
Thank you
and
for
get
keeping
behind
my
her.
Daishan safe and bringing him home to me.
Much bigger. With big teeth and fangs.
Are we gonna get the moment where we explain what
She was very
Daishan
sweet.
is?
She's enthusiastic.
Thank you for including me tonight.
You didn't give me much of a choice.
Yeah, that's Nynaeve for you. I know it's jumping the gun a bit, but I kind of want you two to make out, so just do it.
Good night.
Kiss. Kiss the girl. Ladies, sometimes you gotta take matters into your own hands. Hey, Nynaeve. You want that to be your man? Go ahead and make him your man. And those are some serious battle scars. Okay. Man, Nynaeve, do you not know how to knock? Real simple.
Do you want me
Just
to
walk
go?
up to the door. Be real funny if he just gets real close and then leans in. Yes. Lan's not the type to mess with a woman's heart, though. Even for a joke. Yeah, boy! I love romance, so I'm happy to see this happen.
I know there's nothing between you and Perrin.
Of course there isn't.
Oh my god.
That's not why I'm angry with you.
I just realized they actually managed to capture one
How
of the
dare you
weirdest
think for even a second that I don't care
descriptions
about
from the
Matt,
book. Where he would
that I wouldn't
talk
fight for him.
about her
for
crossing
him.
her arms beneath her
was
breasts, and she literally was
scared.
just crossing her arms beneath her breasts.
I still am. I don't.
Wow, that's some
want to
attention to
lose you.
detail.
We're coming back. All of us.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Whatever happens at the Eye, this power that lives inside of you, you can't ignore it. Because it won't let you. You need to go to the White Tower, become what you've always wanted to be.
I'm not without you. I've already made that mistake once.
I like how mature Rand is in this. He's already understanding that she
I'll
is
come
what
with
she
you to the
is.
White Tower.
Whoa. Make up your mind, Egwene.
I will always stand by you, you know that.
I'm gonna chalk some of this stuff up to the way people get before the end of the world, so to speak. Hey, tugging on that braid. You can't undo that decision, Nynaeve. You just gotta make peace with it. What's done is done.
You're leaving.
I never quite understood why you bonded yourself to Moraine.
And now you do?
You are a king without a kingdom. A boy without a family. And now, you finally belong. To her.
Human beings have a very strong desire for purpose.
She doesn't own me.
Exactly.
Doesn't she?
Owning the way those kids own you? Hmm?
That's a really good way to
And
explain
wisdom
it.
never weds.
I say you make your own damn rules. You two want to get married? Freaking do it.
Stay.
Still trouble there.
Carrie?
So they did film
It
it.
was so hot. I didn't mean to find her there.
They just
But I
didn't
had to
show
get
it in
away.
episode 1.
Up the mountain, into the snow. He was crying.
Dad,
He was so tiny.
what are you talking about?
Fucking A. Oh, all the naysayers who were mad about that scene not being included.
That door is made of iron. With 3 men your size, can you break it down?
That mountain.
It's called
I think I've seen
Reveal,
it before.
guys. And it was him, not her.
It's you. You've always known it's you. Deep down, the dragon reborn.
We're closed. Oh, it's you.
Hello,
Did you know I
man.
was coming?
I love you,
sort
man.
of comes to the territory. I was a kid. Walking down a damp alleyway in Tybalong. And when I turned a corner, I saw a man in armor carrying your heron-marked blade. And when I looked at him, I saw snow and blood. I saw a baby born on the slopes of Dragon Mount. The man raised him in a wooden house beside fields of sheep, in a sleeping village surrounded by 2 rivers. And that baby was something impossible.
I love that Tam was the kind of person who would do that.
What do you see now? Why you look at me?
Help his enemy.
Rainbows and
Her moment of
carnivals
greatest
and
need.
3 beautiful women.
Yup. Yup.
Do you see the eye of the world?
Wish I didn't.
Why?
You seem like a decent person.
Do I make it back?
Depends on how you define that, I guess.
I didn't think so.
I like that little bit of irony that he already knows what he is.
Nynaeve,
He's just trying to pretend at this point. She ain't in her room, boo. She had herself a very eventful night elsewhere. Oh, you get it. All right. That's how you know you've got real good friends, because they already know stuff like that before you tell them.
Where have you been?
Nowhere.
Lies.
You've been somewhere.
I couldn't sleep.
You already practicing Aes Sedai doublespeak?
I owe you an apology. I spoke out of turn. Didn't mean to stir anything up.
Yep. Held by the heavy feet.
What did you decide?
The guy that plays Perrin is built almost exactly the way I was back when I played football.
I want to go.
Actually reminds me a lot of young me. Hopefully you won't end up losing your hair like I did, buddy. Oh, I miss my hair so much. I think he's about to go tell some people some things to try to save you guys.
What
A little
happened?
fake out. It's me.
It's me.
Bing! We better not end it
We
here.
lost our bond.
I don't understand.
She left.
Rand.
She was telling you the truth. She doesn't want any of you to die. The blight looks suitably creepy.
What is that?
The Blight. We have to go through it to get to the Eye of the World.
I didn't expect to see any living foliage in it, though. Well, so now you all have it. We don't have to keep the secret anymore. Non-readers. We all now know who, indeed, is the Dragon Reborn. And surprising no one, at least who had any faith, I think, it was not changed from the books at all. I like the fact that they preserved the mystery of it for a while. Having it be revealed as early as it was in the books, like, well, at least confirmed as early as it was in the book, would not have worked for a show, I don't think, because the other story beats for the characters that would be appropriate for this part of the story, I don't think could have been stretched out all by themselves to 8 episodes. Having the mystery to focus on a little bit, I think helped a lot and added a lot to some of the character moments that we had where people were doubting themselves, doubting what, you know, their purpose may be in this whole story, questioning who they might be deep down. I like that. Anytime you can provide us with some of that sort of interpersonal and internal conflict and a mystery too, all those things are compelling. So I'm really glad that they actually chose not to just front load the reveal of who the dragon was. I don't know whether moving all of the stuff with Tan to this episode was deliberate, because I know they had to cut a lot out of episode 1, but I do think that, you know, him talking to him about what he saw, or, you know, him having his delirium and talking about and remembering the moment where he helped Rand's mother give birth and took the baby and all that sort of thing. I do feel like whether they originally shot it for episode 1 or not, this was the appropriate place for it. Because again, preserving that mystery element, if they had had that scene at the beginning, it would not have actually told you, yes, he's the Dragon Reborn, but it would have, I think, got a lot of people looking more closely at Rand. I loved how they preserved it so that everyone was looking at everyone else. Pretty much, actually, in my opinion, a stroke of genius to think about the fact that knowing that Egwene can channel right out of the gate, knowing that Matt is tainted and then seeing Nynaeve go Super Saiyan, and having Perrin's wolf journey begin, I think a little earlier than it did in the books, all created a situation where each of them seemed a more plausible candidate for Dragon Reborn than Rand. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, as a writer, that's something that you're gonna grab. That's gold right there. That's free drama. And that's what it's about. It's about creating some drama. Oh, and so looking at the cast here, Magdalena Sitova, you did a damn good job, actually. I had actually seen a post on Twitter where someone was talking about how she deserved an Emmy. They didn't say who she was playing, but I did look at her IMDb page, and again, didn't say who she was playing or anything, but it mentioned that she was a stunt woman. And it's funny because this is the second redheaded stunt woman that I can think of who had like a bit part in a series that was just really, really good. Like, I believed her. She was a genuinely good actress in those moments. Yeah, she didn't really speak, but like most of real acting comes from non-verbal stuff. It comes from your face, it comes from your body language. And I think she conveyed all of those emotions that poor woman was going through so well. The other redheaded stunt woman who really impressed me way back in the day was why can't I think of her name? She played the telepath Lita Alexander on Babylon 5. Cannot think of her name right now, but she's been a stunt woman for forever, and is still a stunt woman as I understand. And she basically was just sort of pulled in because they just needed someone in the pilot to play this one character, and she ends up coming back later. But she did a fantastic job. There's a series called on here by Corridor Effects. I don't know if you guys ever watched them, but they sometimes they mainly focus on effects in movies, obviously, but sometimes they do little reactions to stunts, and they have guest stunt people come on. And one of the things that they talk about stunt people is that you have to have some acting ability, because you have to sell the story of the scene that you're doing stunts for in your body language. And of course, you know, they don't really get to see your face because you're subbing in for someone else, but it makes you very conscious of your non-verbal emoting, because that's all you've got. And I think sometimes we need to look at stunt people a little bit more and give them some acting chances, because this woman here, Magdalena, was quite impressive, and I really believed her whole arc in that one little scene. It was really well done. So many great things happened this episode. Like, we finally got, definitely earlier than I expected, but we got Lan and Nynaeve together. That was fantastic. I loved seeing a little bit of his, I guess you could call it home life, his prehistory. Getting the Daishan thing was great. What did you guys think of that? And hey, book readers, chime in. Like, seriously, does it bother you that Lan is being given a little bit more characterization than just being the stoic wooden person? I love the fact that that's the route they're taking here, because like I said, I've known plenty of stoic people, and they are not stone. They are human beings who are just careful about who they show emotion to. They definitely show emotion to certain people, and it's actually a glorious thing, really, when you befriend one of those folks and you get to the point where you actually get to see them smile, hear them joke, and they get playful around you. That's like winning the love of a cat. You know what I mean? It's like, it says a lot. They really, really care about you if they are willing to drop that stony facade enough to let you see the person underneath. Because I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's a facade. It's there to protect them and sometimes protect others, but it's not. All human beings have emotion. All of us. It's just, they may be a little weird sometimes, muted in certain ways, different, but they're there. And this character would not be real if he never showed emotion, and he wouldn't be interesting. Let's just be honest. That's the sort of thing that can work in a book because you're not really seeing the person, but when you're looking at a human being, who never, ever, ever shows any emotion, that comes across as extremely unnatural and uncompelling. So I'm glad they didn't go that route. But I would love to hear what you guys thought of it. And everyone, what did you guys think of the reveal of the Dragon Reborn? Who among you non-book readers called it, and when did you figure it out? I think personally that the moment that most book readers would have been able to figure out that Rand was probably the dragon was when he broke down the door in what was that, episode 4, I think? I forget which episode that was. It's episode 3 or 4, I think. But when he broke down the door, I think that was the clearest little hint to the non-readers that this guy right here, you need to be watching this guy. Machine Chin looked great. The ways looked great. It's a shame we didn't get to see some of the unique architectural elements of it, like how it spirals sort of like a fractal. Like there's just these levels that just keep repeating, which is interesting. But you know, it's not really necessary for the story to see that. It just would have been cool. Let me know also what you guys think of the whole Padden Fane thing. Do you think he's really in the city? I mean, he is. He's obviously really in the city. I'm not even going to try to pretend there. They made it pretty clear. But what do you think's going on with him? Like, how did he get out of the ways if you have to channel? Is he also someone who can use the one power? Is he another one of these crazy men who's going to go mad? And book readers, use spoiler tags if you talk to me about this one, but do you think they've may have merged certain characters with Padden Fane? Just let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me on this one. I'm going to try to edit this real quick so I can get it out today, because I'm excited for you guys to see it. Be safe, be well. Join me for the next one, which should be a doozy now that Moiraine and Rand have gone on alone to try to save everybody else from having to be involved in the confrontation at the Eye of the World. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.